The real identity behind Roald Dahl's orange-skinned Oompa Loompas in the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is that they were African Pygmies, known as the shortest people in the world. Here is some of the language from the 1964 version when Charlie and the other golden ticket holders and their parents first saw the Oompa Loompas. What are they doing? Where do they come from? Who are they? Aren't they fantastic? No higher than my knee. Their skin is almost black. Then Charlie goes on to say that he thinks that Willy Wonka made them himself out of chocolate. And then Willy Wonka says they are real people. They are some of my workers, imported direct from Africa. They belong to a tribe of tiny miniature pygmies known as Oompa Loompas. I discovered them myself. I bought them over from Africa myself. A whole tribe of them, 3,000 in all. I found them in the very deepest and darkest part of the African jungle where no white man has ever been before. In 1970, when they were getting ready to make the first movie, the NAACP raised a fuss about it. So Dahl changed them in the 1973 version of the book to have golden brown hair and rosy white skin, and depicted in the movie with green hair and orange skin. But he kept the exploitative origin of smuggling them from their home to work in his factory. They worked tirelessly in exchange for cocoa beans, even as the chocolatier earned real money for their labor. Remember, they did this in real life with Oda Benga. He was a real-life Mbutu man known for being featured in an exhibit at the 1904 Louisiana Purchase Exposition in St. Louis, Missouri, for his short stature and razor-sharp teeth, and they featured him as a human zoo exhibit in 1906 at the Bronx Zoo. Remember that part where the little spoiled girl asked her dad for an Oompa Loompa, and he said that he was going to get her one? Now that makes much more sense to me.
I want an Oompa Loompa now!
As we know, this was not unusual during slavery, where white children would be gifted enslaved people as pets they owned.
And you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
All three remakes of the movie lean into the idea of the factory as a magical kingdom of worker elves and fairies, instead of enslaved black people working in a cocoa plant with no pay, maybe except for being paid in chocolate. Meanwhile, Willy Wonka was making real money from their labor. Chocolate also has a direct link to slavery. As chocolate became more popular, upper classes in Europe would even drink it. Enslaved people were forced to work on cocoa and sugar plantations throughout South America and the Caribbean. As recently as the early 20th century, the Portuguese were importing slaves to work on cocoa farms.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.